Hey guys, it's Laura here. I wanted to show you all another tutorial that came from a request on how to use the advanced cut setting when layering heat transfer vinyl. So stick with me to the end of this video because I'm going to show you from design all the way to application. So here we go. The first thing I'm starting with is just a cute little Mickey Mouse reindeer decal, and I drew these ears myself just by using the round circle tool over here and then layering them. And then the antlers were from a monogram SVG that I had purchased many years ago, and the nose is again just an oval that I did myself. So the first thing that we want to do here is select both of our antlers, right click, and bring them to the front. And then I'm going to select everything, and I'm going to duplicate this whole Mickey Mouse to set to the side. Now select the two antlers and the Mickey Mouse head. Go to Object, Modify, Subtract. And this will cut out space so that now I can go over here and grab my antlers and they fit right in the spot. If you want, you can use your arrows to line them up perfectly on your keyboard. Next, I'm just going to right click on the nose, bring that to the front, select the mouse ears and the nose, go to Object, Modify, Subtract, same thing, come over here, grab my nose, place it right where I want it, and use the arrow keys to get it perfectly into position. Then, just like in my previous video on how to layer heat transfer vinyl, I'm going to use the box method, which allows me to stack 3 different color boxes and use the advanced cut settings. So I'm just going to duplicate this 3 times, and then I'm going to select all 3, come over here, and I'm going to stack them all on top of one another. I'm going to come up here and use this square tile here. And the first one I'm just going to click on, and actually before I do this I should separate these so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to click one of the squares and choose the antlers first. I'm going to make sure that I change the fill color as well as the line color to the exact same brown. Then the Mickey Mouse ears, same thing, choose the line color to be the same as well as the fill color to be the same, and then finally his nose, same thing, fill color and line color the same. Okay, now I can select these 3 boxes, come back over here to my transform panel and stack them on top of each other. I don't know why the red didn't go, so we'll do it for it. There we go. Okay. Now I have everything stacked to cut individually. So the reason why these are all stacked up is because as I load my vinyl into my machine, I'm going to be loading the red with the red, the brown with the brown, and the black with the black. It'll make more sense when you see it on my cutout. So the next piece of this puzzle before we get to the cutting part is when you go to send this, this is where you're going to have your advanced cut settings basically. So right now your silhouette most likely is on the simple format, but here you can click on the line format or the fill format. This allows you to choose how and which colors are going to be cutting. So I have to go back because apparently one of my lines and my fill color on my red are different, or I can come over here to my fill and I can not worry about it and I can cut by my fill, which I will choose to do because that gives me 3 colors and I know I only have 3 on my page. So what I'm going to do from here is, first of all, I'm going to change my material type because I'm not cutting out of cardstock, but I'm going to deselect the brown and the red, and I'm just going to cut the Mickey Mouse ears first. And as you see, it's only going to cut the black box. Once I've completed that cut, then I will come back and I will choose just the brown. And you see the brown box is selected with the brown ears. And then finally I will choose the red for the nose, and it will cut just the red box. Then from there it will allow me to layer all 3 of my colors before I press it onto my t-shirt. Also, before I go any further, like I said, I'm going to go back to my simple because I'm not cutting this onto cardstock. I am cutting it onto heat transfer vinyl. One of the things that's very important when you're doing any type of heat transfer is that you need to make sure you're mirroring the image. Obviously, in this case, it's not a huge deal because it's Mickey Mouse and it's essentially symmetrical. So, but if I were to have like my child's initials on here or Merry Christmas or any kind of lettering, you would want to make sure you are mirroring your image. Now, the new software is so nice because when you go to click send, it will ask you if you want to mirror it. I'll go ahead and say send it as mirrored just because it's there and I can. But it doesn't make a difference in my case. But if you're having lettering, you want to make sure that you're mirroring your text. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut these all out, and I will show you what each individual cut looks like as we move forward.
Okay, so I've cut my 3 separate sections using the advanced cut settings, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to layer them here just to kind of show you guys how I stack the blocks. Literally all you're going to do is worry about lining up each block. And by doing so, you guarantee that everything falls into place. Obviously, you don't want the blocks to adhere to your garment. So I just put an extra, I cut off a piece of a carrier sheet and I laid it underneath the block so that the block will not adhere to the shirt. So my heat press is set at 305 and I'm only going to press this for 1 second and it's going to be a hot peel. The reason why I'm only doing 1 second is because I just want it to tack. I don't want to basically overheat the material because it's cotton and it will shrink. Also, heat transfer vinyl is a lot like baking cookies. If you bake it for too long, they're going to be burnt and then it's just not going to be a good tasting cookie. So with this, with heat transfer vinyl, if you overheat it, you're just going to create so much shrinkage and it's just going to show too much of the carrier marks and it's just going to be a mess. So we're just going to press it for 1 second. I'm going to peel it right off. And I'm going to leave my block. Take my antlers. Line up my block. Again, 1 second. Just enough to tack it in place. Do it one more time. And then finally the nose. And I'm going to press this for the full time. Now, I pressed that last press for the full amount of time so that everything could layer correctly. There you go. My block's pulled away and my design is now completely set. So there you go. I hope that helps you guys understand how to heat press layers of heat transfer vinyl. Don't forget to comment below, like and subscribe to my channel. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to show you how to do.